Hi everyone, thank you for joining us for our last Make It Tuesday of this year. We are really excited tonight. We have Karen Johnson with us again, and she is going to show us how to make some really cute holiday treats. For those of you who registered for our kit bag that went along with this, hopefully you've had a chance to pick yours up and get some of the fun supplies that we had to go along with this. But if not, you can always follow along to the video as well and make this at home still. She goes through all the instructions. So I hope everyone has a happy holidays and a fun time baking and decorating, and we'll see you next year. Thanks. Bye.
Hi, happy holidays. I have a fun project for you today. It's very quick. It's mason jar treats, and it's just done with cupcakes and icing and some sprinkles. So here's an example of what we're going to be doing. These can be done in any size mason jar or any size clear glass container. We have the small jelly size. We also have the pint size mason jar, so you'll see a couple different options here. You see that we're using 3 different colors of icing. We have red, green, and white. And if you want to do these for another occasion, you simply change the color of the icing. Say just red and white for Valentine's. You could even do Halloween treats by using orange and black or brown or yellow icing. So these are done with vanilla cupcakes and red velvet. But again, whatever your favorite flavors are, you can use chocolate or any other flavor that you want. For these, we're going to use 2 different techniques. We'll do the rosette and we'll do the swirl. And for those, we're using the 1M tip. And I'm going to show you very quickly how to put that into the bag. So we have a large tip. We're going to slip it down into the bag as far as it'll go. And then take a pair of scissors and about halfway or a little less than halfway up the tip, just take your scissors and run it around the tip. Then you can just pull that end off and your bag is ready to go. To fill it, simply fold it down over your hand. That'll keep the icing off the end of the bag. Open it up, put your icing in, pull it back up, and you're ready to go. I already have my bags filled. So again, we're using green, red, and white. So let's learn the techniques first. The first one is going to be the rosette. We'll want our bag slightly above the surface, straight up and down. Start to squeeze. So you squeeze out kind of a star shape. Then lift your bag slightly and make a circle around that star. When you get back to the beginning, stop squeezing, but follow around a little bit so that it ends up going around and keeping a nice circle. For the swirl, we're going to do the same type of technique. So straight up and down, slightly above the surface, start to squeeze, get that star shape, lift up, go around. Only this time as you come around to the beginning, you're going to lift and go a little bit inside to make the next round a little bit smaller. And then the third will be a little bit smaller yet till it comes to the middle and squeeze to create the top. And then you can add decorations if you want. I have just a little star to put on top of my tree. And that's the swirl. So for our first jar, we're going to use vanilla cupcakes, and it takes 1.5 cupcakes for each treat. So let's pull a couple out here. And I'm just going to cut these in half. And I like to save a nice top for my top layer. So we're going to start with one of the bottom layers. We're just going to drop it down in there. And for this one, we'll start with red, and we're going to start with that rosette technique. So the bag is going to go down in on top of the cupcake, again straight up and down, make that star. Once I get the star, lift, and then you want to make sure that your icing goes all the way out to the edge of the jar, because that'll make it look nice and pretty. Get to the end and stop, and you've got the rosette. Alright, then I'm going to drop the next cupcake in, and sometimes they don't drop quite straight, but that's okay. You just straighten it out. And then we're going to go with the green. Same thing, straight up and down. Make your star, lift up. Make sure your rosette goes all the way around to the edge of the jar. Get to the end, stop squeezing, keep pulling around. And then I'm going to put my final piece in. And you don't want to push it down too much, because with your star tip you can see it makes kind of a swirl pattern, so it looks pretty on the outside. With this one, do the rosette, star, lift, go all the way around, and the harder you squeeze, the bigger it's going to be. So I've got a nice rosette on the top. And then I'm just going to finish it off with some sprinkles. I am using the Wilton Holiday Sprinkle because I like the colors and the different sizes. And I just pour some into my hand, that way I can kind of pick and choose. Since I'm doing white icing, I want to pull out more of the colored sprinkles. I like the little gold balls, they really add color and a little sparkle. And just however many you want. And we'll throw just a couple snowflakes in there for fun. And there you have it. That's how quick and easy it is. So let's do one with the tree. And this time I'm going to use the red velvet cupcakes. And as you saw, either of these techniques can be used just on top of a cupcake. Alright, so we'll drop one in. And with this one, I'm going to start with the white. Make our rosette. Come around. Add the next cupcake. And we'll just straighten him up just a little bit. I'm going to go with the green. I want to put this one, it has a nice top on it. And it's a little bit, get him in the jar. Now for this one, I want to give a base to my tree, so I'm going to do a white rosette. And then I'm going to come and on top of that, I'm going to do a green swirl. So again, for the swirl, make the star, come up, go around your star. When you get back to the beginning, move in up just a little bit to make it a little narrower as you spiral up. And then give it a top. And for this one, I'm just going to use some white nonpareils. And sprinkle those on. You want to make sure that you put your sprinkles on right after you have made the swirl or your rosettes so that your icing is fresh. And again, we're going to add a star to that. And there you go. So there's a couple examples. That's how quick and easy this is. Again, the flavor of the cupcake that you use or the colors of the icing is really up to you. Personalize it. The one with the rosette, you could add a lid to it if you wanted. Obviously, you don't want to smash the tree into the jar with a lid, but that's the mason jar treats. Wish you all a happy holiday.